Hi there, Krystal here. I'm a holistic nutritionist and vitamin consultant at Hotze Vitamins. I'm here today to educate you on how to find a great multivitamin. There's so many out there on the market, so how do you find the best one? You want to ask yourself a few questions. Number one is, did a medical doctor formulate the vitamin or have a backing behind it? In our case, Dr. Hotze, Dr. Sheridan, Dr. Ellsworth have all put 20 years in the making to making such a wonderful pure multivitamin. Not every doctor is educated on vitamins. Only about 6% is what the studies show actually take classes or electives on vitamins. So they're very educated in prescription, but not in vitamin supplementation. So you want to make sure it's a good holistic or a very good reputable wellness doctor that has their stamp behind it. Another thing you want to think about is it here in the United States that it's produced, or is it a foreign supplement? You want to make sure like we are GMP compliant. That's good manufacturer practices. So it's guaranteeing that everything we put on the label is in fact the truth. Another thing to look for that's very important are the forms of the vitamins and the forms of the nutrients that you find in the multivitamin. So for example, we use all the methylated forms of your vitamin Bs. Methylated forms are very important for the overall function of your body to make sure you're really fighting heart disease and a chance of stroke. So it's something very important. You're going to look for your B12 to be a methylcobalamin form, not the cyanocobalamin form. You're going to look for your B6 to be the P5P, which is pyridoxal 5-phosphate, such a hard word to say. So that's something that you're really going to look for as well. It's the methylated, pretty much the active form of the B6. You're also going to look for the active folate. This is a big one. Dr. Hotze's formula has the active folate, which is the active form of folic acid. So that's going to be a very important vitamin to look for. You're also going to look at your forms of magnesium, most important mineral. There's so many forms out there. A more pure, better form is going to be the glycinate or the citrate over the oxide, or something that's a cheaper, less absorbable form. So there's many different forms to look for, and you should see them in parentheses on the bottle. If they're not listed in parentheses under the nutrient, then just go ahead and take into account it's going to be the cheapest one, the less absorbable one, because you'll brag about the good ones. Also, you're going to look to see if there's any unnecessary things in there. We never include iron or calcium in any of our supplements. Not everybody needs iron. A lot of irons that they put in supplements are cheaper forms that are constipating. Also, calcium, we would prefer you get it from a good food source, your green leafies, nuts and seeds, rather than to supplement with calcium. Not everybody needs a high amount of calcium, so that's something to really look for as well. Also, ask if there's any added ingredients that just look really suspicious. Some of the labels, you'll see added ingredients go 10 lines deep. That's not something that we definitely have. We have 4 added ingredients. They're all pure. It's the vegetable capsulated form and just anything else that needs to be in there to make the product, but nothing unnecessary. A lot of people will put corns, hydrogenated palm oil, talc, just really unnecessary things. You're also going to make sure there's no sugar. Some have sucralose. You're going to make sure that there's no different allergens and dyes and just fillers that are unnecessary. So that should be listed on the back. Another thing to really just look for is something that you can feel a difference on. We pride ourselves on you being able to feel a difference on our product. So if you've been taking this one a day for 20-something years and you don't notice a difference, time to make a change. So I hope that this